Another new set which has come to me. It is a Philips 582 model. It's a Haiku International model. As client said to me that this set is completely dead. No sound coming from this turntable or the record player. It is having a turntable platter unit as well as a stereo amplifier section. So let's see how it looks like inside the cover. This is how it looks like. I have removed the cover. As you can see, this is the volume control, bass control, treble control, balance, and there are some selective switches for pickup, tape and tuner. This is the arm. This set is having a cartridge of GP215. It's a wonderful ceramic crystal cartridge, and this is a platter. Let me check it, open it. Okay, as usual. Let me open it also. Okay, this is the inside. But one thing I noticed, I believe you people also have noticed, that some type of oil has been given to this portion, which is not correct. Anyhow, so this is the look of the outer section of this record player. As because my client said that this set is completely dead, so I won't give power to it right now. I will check at least preliminary things before giving power to it, and then I will check the set. So let's go inside. This is the inside of this record player. This is the turntable part. After opening this set, you can see it's more or less looks same like the other sets, but there are some differences. Here you can see there are some differences of the mechanism here, and the motor is also situated in a particular motor casing or the motor assembly unit. And this is the amplifier section. It's a very big amplifier section. You can see, as my client said, that this is a completely dead. That means the amplifier section is not at all working, so no sound coming through the speakers. So the total amplifier section need to be checked one by one, and I'm going to do right now. Now to check the issue, what is with it, I am for the first time powering it on. So let's see what is the problem with this amplifier. So I am giving power to it. As you can see, a hum is going on, a continuous hum is going on. And if I want to check the audio from the pickup, let's see whether it's giving any audio or not. Very little audio is coming, nearly no audio coming from it, very little. This is at the highest volume. So you can see the problem lies within this amplifier. So there are a lot of parts need to be replaced, as well as the fault need to be find it out. So let's disassemble this amplifier unit and check one by one. As you can see, I have now disassembled the amplifier section. This section is the power amplifier section, and as you can see, all these CAN electrolytic capacitors which are very old, and these are faulty. So all these CAN electrolytic capacitors are need to be changed. As you can see that this circuit is actually used TDA 810 IC for left and right channel. These are the two ICs. This is one and this is one. And there are also some electrolytic capacitors and some other type of non-polarized capacitors are there first of all the electrolytic capacitors are need to be changed or replaced. Then I will check one by one the ICs also. And if you check the preamplifier section here, these are the volume controls, bass control, treble control, balance, all those. And this is the switch which actually provides the option for pickup, tuner and tape. And if you can see, I don't think that I will be able to show it to you, however I am trying to do so. If you just see here, this capacitor is actually broken. This one broken, this one also broken up to some extent. So there are some ceramic type of capacitors which are broken. So I believe there might be some capacitors. If I check one by one, you can see there is one which is completely broken. This one, check this one is completely broken. So all these capacitors which are broken or semi broken need to be replaced. At the same time, all the electrolytic capacitors which you can see in the blue color, and at the same time all the transistors are need to be checked one by one. If there is any issue with these parts or these components, I need to replace. So till now this is what I found physically from this preamplifier section and this power amplifier section. Now it's time to check one by one the parts which are not broken, and the broken one are need to be replaced immediately as early as possible. So that is what I am going to do right now. As you can see, I have replaced all the electrolytic capacitors. All are being replaced by the equivalent value and with the new and fresh one. So this board is till now much more better than before. One thing I have to do, I have to replace this fuse also, because I have seen that this fuse is not correctly installed here, because I do not know whether I can show it to you. If you can see, there is a wire connected in this fuse. This should not be like, it should not be like that. The fuse should be internally connected with a very thin wire, and it should be marked with a value of ampere. As because this has been done externally, so I have to replace this one also, because if this wire is of more and big gauge, then the specification of this fuse actually changes. So I have to replace this old fuse with a new correct one. That I will do later. This is the power amplifier board that I have till now restored, except this fuse. This I will do later. This is the amplifier section. There are lots of components which are actually broken. You can see this one is broken from the side, this one is also broken, this one already broken, and it is not possible from here to show the photos or videos perfectly, but all these PF type capacitors are broken or tend to broke. You can see the broken area of this capacitor, and also we have to replace all the electrolytic capacitors of here, and also have to check all the transistors whether these are working perfectly or not. So lots of work need to be done. Till now I have completed the power amplifier unit. Now I have to check this preamp and driver amplifier section to make it perfect and restore it as it was earlier. As you can see that this is the preamplifier and the driver unit. I have changed all the old electrolytic capacitors as well as the NF and PF type capacitors where it was necessary. And now one thing I would like to add, there were two transistors were bad. I had to replace those also. You can see there are 4 transistors in which 2 in both the channels were faulty, so I have replaced those transistors also. All the caps, electrolytic, microfarad type, and as well as the PF and NF type caps are also changed with their perfect values. And I have also checked the volume controls. I have repaired one of the volume control also here, which was not working perfectly. It was noisy, so I've lubricated those, cleaned those also. So this is the unit. This is the last time you can see this board, because once I assemble the board, these two boards, it is not possible anymore to see the components. We can see the outer print side but not the component side. So now it's time to reassemble these amplifier circuits with each other, and to check whether the audio now is coming in a good manner or not. I have told you earlier that you will not be able to see these boards anymore, because I will assemble it, and after that it is not possible to see these boards. But this is how the hurdles come in our life. I thought that I do not have to do anything more in this circuit, but unfortunately when I tried to check the audio, I found in both the channels no audio came, and I instantly understood that the issue is not with any other part, only with the ICs. Rarely in these sets ICs goes down, and for both the channels IC is gone. So I need to replace it, and as you can see, I have replaced both the ICs. These ICs which were originally there, as you can see, this is 810. It was a Hitachi made IC 810. These both of these two ICs are actually gone, and that is the reason the power amplifier not giving any sorts of audio or sound. And these are nowadays not available so far as the original ones are concerned. There are some Chinese one, but those are not as good as this one. So I had to find the original ICs, and somehow it cost me heavily. However, I have put the original ICs here in this set, and hopefully this is the last time I am doing something in this board, because I have replaced more or less all the things which are damaged or tend to damage. This one I never thought that I had to change this IC, but unfortunately I have to do that, and now the new ICs are placed in this board, and I have checked, the audio came back with its full power, and now it's time to assemble this board as it was earlier, and check for the other things like the motor and the speed. So now I am assembling it as it should have been, and we'll check once for the audio whether it's coming in a proper manner or not. Time to check the audio of this set. As you can see that this is the point where the signal comes from the cartridge and goes to the amplifier. So if I power on this set and touch this particular point, I should get some sort of noise or audio. This is for left and this is for right, and I have connected the speaker wire, as you can see, the red one, with the left channel, and I will check this audio whether it's coming in a perfect manner or not. For that I am just powering the switch on. I have powered on. Now it is live. Now I am touching that point. The audio is coming. So the audio amplifier section is completely okay. I have checked the right one also earlier. Now I am checking the left one. Now it's time to check this turntable unit. Now once I put this turntable unit in this cabinet, now you can see that the rubber pulley is not in a good condition, as well as there are lots of oil and grease are here, which need to be removed and cleaned. You can see I have cleaned the surface properly. Now it's time to check the speed, whether they are working correctly or not. 33 and 45. So let's put the platter on it and have a test run properly. Yes. Now I am putting this mat over it. Yes. I have selected 33 RPM. You can see. So let's start it. I believe it's moving okay, but the speed is a bit less. Let's check 45 RPM. Yes, here also the same thing is happening. Speed is a bit less and there is a sound coming when the motor is moving. So these need to be reset first. Earlier you saw that the speed was a bit less and the motor was having some sorts of sound while it is moving. So I have checked all those. I have restored the motor, lubricated it. At the same time, I have also realigned the mechanism of the rubber pulley, replaced it with the spindle, and now this is how it looks like. As you can see that I have fixed some sorts of tape here. You can see all these are nothing but this body is made up of a ply, which I saw that it is coming off this body. So I have fixed it with a Fevicol, and just for the time, so that these sunmicas should stick with this set, I have put a tape which I will remove while I will deliver this set to my client. So now you can see it might not look as good so far as aesthetic beauty is concerned, but this will be removed. Now I am playing this set. I have given power to it. This is the arm. I have put this arm here and I am now playing it. Now you can see it is moving freely and in the correct speed. I have selected 45 RPM. Now I am changing it to 33. Yes, the speed has changed and it is now exactly moving in 33 RPM. I have checked that. Now it's time for the final performance, how it works while it plays the record. So let's go. This is a LP of a Runa Laila. It is not actually LP, it is EP. It moves in a 45 RPM. And it's a Runa Laila LP. This is one of my favorite. So I would like to just check for one song a few seconds so that we can test the performance of this set. Let's start.
মাঝি তুমি মাঝ গাঙে নাও ভাইয়া যাও আমার দিকে একবার ফিরা তাকাও এই উথাল পাথাল প্রেমের ঘাটে নাও ভিড়া মাঝি তুমি মাঝ গাঙে নাও ভাইয়া যাও সুজন মাঝি তোর মনো পাইলাম
As you can see now, it's playing perfectly in a right manner, and speed and the other sections of this unit is completely fine. The amplifier is working perfectly. Though I am playing this with my service speakers, still it's giving a good quality of sound. So this is my experience of restoring this 582 HiQ International. Hopefully we will meet again with another set. Thank you. Take care.